All right, bitch. First podcast.
Official.
First.
Official.
From the fucking center of the universe.
Flying Triangle Studios
Presents Twin Leaks Cast, bitches.
Episode 1 official.
Crying and Brian.
Boom.
Boom.
What's up?
All right, we got Ian on the show today. It's going to get pretty raunchy.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, yes. So,
It's gonna get intense up in here.
So, Brian, you were talking to me about the new XCOM coming out. How's that looking?
Dude, it's
is it looking pretty
so
tasty?
tasty. I don't care what anybody says. A lot of people are upset because, it's not a true XCOM game if it's not tactical squad-based combat. But, I mean, it is and it isn't. It's a third-person shooter, but
It has
you have a lot.
tactical.
Yeah, you have a lot of
options.
control over your party. It's like you and 4 guys, and it's basically you're playing an XCOM game, except you control one guy, and he's like the squad leader, and you can freeze the game, send out issues like this guy go set up a turret over here, and this guy fucking set up cover fire over here. Go.
Well, that reminds me of that Halo game they came out with. You know what I mean?
Halo
like the overhead
Tacticals
view.
or
Halo
whatever.
Wars.
Halo Wars.
That was
yeah.
a lot. That was more like StarCraft than anything.
Yeah, but it had the elements you're talking about. It was like a
Yeah.
StarCraft mixed with like a third person. You know what I mean? They tried to fucking
This game
do
is
both.
really reminding me of that one of Natural Selection 2, but not a multiplayer.
I didn't really like that game. I mean, a lot of people did, but I
It
wasn't
was a
one
good
of the people.
game. I liked it. I bought it.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't buy
I
it.
bought it too.
It was
but I didn't-
66% off on Steam. So.
I mean, Steam is the shit, dude.
Dude,
What-
yes.
Like,
Oh.
like,
Yes.
let's get on
If you-
some Steam
if
right
you
now.
do
Let's
not
get on some
fucking
Steam.
own Steam and have computer games, you are wasting your life.
Oh,
No,
for
if you
sure.
don't own Steam, period. If you're still going out and like have a PS3 or an Xbox,
could you-
obviously you haven't looked into computers because Brian just told me we could basically compare like the worst computer you could go buy to a PS3, and it's better.
Yeah.
It's gonna run your games better, faster. Loading times ain't gonna be shit.
Nope.
Like games are gonna be so much cheaper to where you're paying like, all right, list some prices off of famous games you bought.
Okay, well, here's the thing about Steam. I'm just gonna go into Steam right now. Since it's a PC-based system, it's a DRM-based system, which means digital rights management. That means you have to be online to play your game, or at least to launch it. You can't buy used games, obviously, on a PC, so that's why Steam has always these crazy deals. You can't buy used games all the time. So that's why games are 66, 75, 80% off, because that's their used game sale. That's...
Yeah, but like, what
Right.
games have you bought for like $5 that someone would pay like $60?
Deus Ex,
Fallout.
Fallout, all of them. Darksiders, Saints Row.
For like what, $5?
Less
or
than
10?
that, dude.
Less than $5.
I bought
a piece.
Alan Wake and its sequel 90% off. I got it for $2.99. Those are AAA games.
That's fucking ridiculous, dude.
Yep.
I feel like Steam is just a new free market. Like, I hate what GameStop does. They just give you this game for $60. You bring it back like a week later, and you beat it.
$9.
And
Well,
it's
here's
just
the
like,
thing.
oh, here's $9.
Well, here's the thing. Well, here's the thing.
Ridiculous.
I don't care. I don't care about that business management. What I care is like when they get a used game in, like the game developer does not get any more money. The game developer gets their fucking $55 when you buy the game brand new, and that's it. Buy a used game from GameStop. You're not the developer's not getting anything.
Yeah.
Well,
You're
you're
giving that all to
If you buy a
GameStop.
game
Oh, wow.
75% off on Steam, the developer's
Oh,
getting
because they
still
already
everything.
got their $60. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. That's
It-
what
it was
that's who it
used. It
should
was
go
bought.
to. It should go to the developer, not the guys, not the middleman.
That's all GameStop is
Like,
doing
what
is
the-
Yeah.
middleman.
Well, that's
You're
how
middleman.
they've
Well,
made
that's
so
why,
much money.
Well, that's why the Xbox One was going all non-used games, all
Yeah.
DRM, because they were trying to get rid of used game sales because the developers aren't getting any money.
Yeah.
Well,
And
that's
that's
why
gonna- then-
Hotel Hollywood Video or whatever went out of business and all those rental places. Why would you go out and do all that crap when you can go to like Redbox or somewhere cheaper or stream the stuff online?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
There's
just
a
become-
lot of simpler ways and a hell of a lot cheaper.
Yeah,
Yes.
everything's becoming much simpler and much easier, and people are starting to think outside the
Free.
box, even if
Half
it's
of it's free.
even a
Yeah.
small. Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Or like close to free. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
I bought BioShock for $4.
Yeah.
$4.
That's all you have to say. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
The cheapest game I bought was McPixel. Granted, it's like an 8-bit kind of like funny game. 84 cents.
Yeah.
Holy
That's it.
crap.
Yeah, I would have paid $4, $5, $6 for it, not even thinking about it.
Yeah.
Just because it was a quirky little game. you
Yeah,
know?
and still that's giving money straight to the developer so they can come up with new cool ideas, not
and
not
on
getting raped by
Steam,
companies.
They have
going
like
through.
those they have like trading card things. I've sold trading cards for like 30, 40 cents and
Yep.
gotten money on my account.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah, Steam has this new system where it's like a trading cards badge system. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can either collect trading cards and
Create badges.
create badges. Like if I get 8 trading cards from a certain game, I can create a badge and level up on my Steam. And you know, when you level up, you get rewards.
Yeah,
you get more of these
like-
things.
Yeah, you get stuff.
But
from
you
it.
can sell them on the marketplace. Like, you know, like if I get 2 of the same card, I can sell my card, you know, and the going rate for normal cards is like 30 cents. You know, if you have 5 or 6 cards, you know, you're up to $5. You're on your way to a fucking free game.
Yep.
Just by playing games.
Wow.
Yeah. So, you know,
That's remarkable, dude.
yeah.
That is absolutely remarkable.
well, that's like Xbox Live that they're finally fucking doing the thing with your fucking gamer score, you know? Like I had a 10,000 gamer score back in 2008. You know, and it meant nothing. Nowadays, you know, if you have a 10,000 gamer score, they'll fucking throw you free games every once in a while. You know, just because
Yeah.
you've obviously fucking played a lot of games.
Yeah, that's what it should be. It should be giving you something back for playing games. But then again, I feel like games are sometimes a distraction. People put too much effort
What do you mean?
into them. You know what I mean? Like it's a good
Well, it's an
creation.
escape.
Yeah,
It's a
I
nice
get what you're
escape, but I
saying
feel
there.
like people escape way too much.
Well, people escape into the wrong things. Like if you're escaping into Civilization or XCOM
Or a strategy game that's making you think.
fucking think on like a different
Right,
level.
Yeah. The people
Yeah.
that sit outside or sit inside and play Call of Duty,
Yeah.
that have the 50th prestige, I have every gun,
Yeah, there's
golden gun.
nothing. That's all that's teaching you is
There's-
killing people.
No, there's,
It's not teaching you
dude,
anything.
it's not teaching you anything.
Yeah, even
all
hand-eye
that
coordination.
is reaction time.
Yeah, it's
and
reaction
after that,
time.
and it's like
And that's Twitch. That's a
yeah,
Twitch game.
That's Twitch action or Twitch muscle.
yeah.
You
It's
know.
that's a
Yeah,
Twitch
like
game.
a muscle you won't be ever using in your life.
Yeah, the only
because
time-
it's your fingers.
The
like,
only time you'll
what are you
ever
gonna
probably
Twitch
use
for?
that is if somebody scares you. You're going, oh,
Yep.
that.
Yep.
It's the only
Like
time.
I don't like those games, especially in the newest Call of Duty I played was I think the last one, like Black Ops or whatever.
Well, see,
But
here's
when
the
you
thing.
walk in and murder a people full of
Well, see, here's the thing.
Like
I
a
don't
mall full of
mind
people.
shooters. It depends on what they are. Like World of Tanks, you gotta
Yes.
fucking think
Oh,
in that game.
World of Tanks, I don't even need to say anything more. I have given my soul to that game in the last 2 weeks.
I don't know a lot about it, but I know quite a bit about it, and it's intense.
It is a very, very good game.
yeah.
And it's not
It
just
makes you
run in
think.
there, I've got a big tank, so that means I'm going to just run it. No.
Dude, you run out into a field, you're done.
No, yeah. You run out into a field and there's 7 people shooting at you at once, if not more.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you get 15, I think it's like 15 to like 12 people on a team.
Mm-hmm.
So and it stacks it out so it's like you get different tanks. There's a few people will be artillery, a few people are that. But you kind of go into like a big matchmaking thing, and it's like, okay, well, we're going to take 2 of you, 2 of you, 2 of you, 2 of you, and then put all 4 of you guys, or put whatever teams into a match, and then, you know, set you guys up so it's kind of evenly matched. You don't have 15 heavy tanks versus, you know, all artillery, and you know you're
Yeah.
just going to die.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
that's
It evens.
nice.
It evens.
It gives you an even enough playing field that you can't say that, oh, this is unfair.
Yeah, I hate games that like cheat when you're like winning or kicking its ass. Like there's something in games that
But
I feel
even
like
when you
that I
you
feel
go
like-
into a matchmaking site or go into a matchmaking lobby or whatever, and you see these people that are like, you know, obviously better, and then you got like 5 people who are shit on your team.
yeah,
And it's like,
it always gives you the shit people. I hate that.
Well, no, it always matches you out, you know. And if you're in the middle, you know, you're gonna be with the shitty people.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
sucks. Or if you're really good and you're a team leader, they'll put you with the shitty people because
Yep.
they'll think, like
This
every game I
evens it
get,
out.
Yep.
I
It
get
evens
it
it
doesn't
out.
even out
Yeah.
though.
Well,
They
that's
put 3
how they think.
They
you
put
know?
3 good people on one team. That's all you need. You don't need one really good person and all shitty people. That's not going to get you anywhere.
No, you
Yeah.
don't.
Like I've carried a couple teams before, but
Oh, yeah, dude, I've carried a team
But it's
in
better-
World of
it's-
Tanks
it's
and
better-
actually won.
yeah, but it's
Like,
better when you each have like 9 kills. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Not one person has 25 and the
A
rest
game,
have 1
a game
and
is
you
always
lose.
more fun when it's competitive. What do you know?
And
Yeah.
and you're working
And
and
it's harder.
cooperative, not
Yeah.
just competitive, but cooperative. That's what they need to start focusing more on. Games that
That-
are
that-
cooperative.
that is
so
one
people
thing
can learn
I
to work
kinda
together.
like
Dude,
about-
Warframe. Warframe.
Warframe
It's
is
a
really a good
completely
game.
cooperative game. It's all based on
Yeah,
co-op.
yeah, I liked it. Yeah, it has really good elements, and I hope they bring it to PS3.
It's going to be a
Supposedly
PS4
there
launch
are.
title.
PS4, yeah,
Or
PS4.
PS4 launch title. It's already been. It's in the works. It's on its way.
Amazing. Fantastical, actually.
Yeah, it's a good game, dude.
Yeah.
You know? But I don't know
But there's a lot of good games out there that really don't get,
the recognition
the
that they deserve.
recognition for it.
Torchlight 2 was better than
Torch-
Diablo
Oh.
3, but Diablo
Yes.
3 sold
Yes.
tenfolds.
It's just because of the name. I hate that.
It's name recognition,
Yeah,
you
I
know?
hate that shit.
Well, everyone played Diablo 2 10 years ago, so everyone's going to play Diablo 3 now.
Well,
you
you
know?
think if a new Zelda came out, everyone would buy it just for the name, you know what I mean?
Well, they
wouldn't
do.
Think
buy
about
it.
that every time there's a new shooter that comes out. If it doesn't have Call of or Medal of,
Or modern.
or modern in the fucking title, then it's like, okay, well, I'm not obviously buying this.
Yeah.
Like Homefront. They came out about the same time as Call of Duty.
Yeah, I heard about
and
that,
It
and it was
paled
beautiful.
in comparison.
Yeah.
And people were like, it's a great game. What's wrong with it?
No,
and people were like,
mhm.
no, Call of Duty. No,
Yep.
thank you. I don't even want to look
the
at
multiplayer
it.
It's because
experience.
people don't like new things.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that.
Don't,
They don't like
don't get
learning
me
new
out of my
systems.
habit.
Yeah.
Don't make
Exactly.
me
Don't-
uncomfortable.
Yeah.
What? No, I can't get my fucking breakfast at
No,
12
no, it's
o'clock
like-
I
no.
have been for the
No,
past,
it's-
12 years.
No, it's I died 2 times in a row, and now I don't want to play this game
Yep.
anymore. You know what I
Yes.
mean?
It's a game's
Yes.
fault. It's not my fault.
Yep.
You know?
It's those kids that get on and rape on Call of Duty because they like camp or whatever they do, and they can't do it in this game. So they're like, "Oh, I don't want to play. I can't. I don't have a gun that can shoot everybody one time and they die." You
And
know
they
what
die,
I mean?
yeah.
It is a shame how, games used to be, really hard.
Mm-hmm.
You remember how hard Mario was?
Mhm.
Fuck yeah,
Like,
Yeah,
dude.
dude.
I remember seriously
dude.
breaking controllers.
Well,
Going through a few.
I think
Yeah.
I think that those old games made us better. Like the kids today think they're good shit, but those old games, those really hard games,
They didn't hold your hand.
Yeah,
They didn't
yeah,
hold your hand.
exactly.
Yeah,
That's why I get on Call
exactly.
of Duty and kill people 40 kills in 2. It's
Mhm.
because this
It's
is
40
easy
in
shit
2
compared
or
to
something,
Mario.
yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like, what the fuck?
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. It's just ridiculous.
Well,
and
and
another
Think about this. Mario didn't have a difficulty level.
no. And do you know what the sad?
A few games don't have a difficulty
Oh,
level.
yeah.
If you
Yeah.
think about that, the old games didn't have a difficulty
Nope.
level.
It's fucking hard.
It
Yeah,
was
it's just put on
it
their mode.
was-
It's each level
yeah.
gets exponentially harder.
Yeah.
Yep.
yeah, it
just like I
says,
was playing-
Deal with it.
Dude, I was playing
Toy
DK.
Story.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude,
Or
that
Donkey
game was
Kong
so
64.
hard, dude. I remember that game.
Remember Donkey Kong?
Yes.
Mhm.
Or Super
Oh.
Mario World?
Ooh.
That one was
Yes.
fucking crazy.
Yeah, when you travel along the board and shit, and there's 7 different worlds you go to.
Well, you jump in the portraits in Super Mario. Was it
That-
Super Mario 64?
That was Super
I
Mario
was going to say that
64.
was 64.
Super Mario World was it was like a static world, and it was like you were on Yoshi's Island.
But
Like that was the point of the game. You're
I
on
did
Yoshi's Island.
feel that when the Super
Yeah.
Nintendo
And that's
came
why
out,
Super Mario World 2 was called Yoshi's Island, and you were Baby Mario, and you actually played as Yoshi. You didn't play as Mario. Because it was a sequel to Super Mario World, because you were on Coco Island, which is Yoshi Island.
Interesting.
But I feel like when in the NES, that's where most of the not say harder games, but the games that didn't really hold your hand. They didn't
NES
they didn't
NES
really
was the
have,
best system
difficult-
ever.
Yeah.
I've never played on the NES.
Dude,
Dude, in all honesty, if I could have any system back, I would have the NES back.
if you
I know.
go look if you go
I
look
would.
per system and find and look and see
price value for it.
no, not that. Go look the top 20 games on each system. Okay, top 20 games, just in the top 20. The Super Nintendo in the top 20, 13 of them are RPGs. You know,
Right.
the Super Nintendo was golden, the golden age of the RPG.
Dude,
Because-
RPGs will never go away.
Because it was more back then, everyone wasn't focusing on graphics and what it looks like. Everyone
It's all about the game.
the story, the
how the people
combat
talk to you,
mechanics,
how the people
the
talk to you, yeah,
interactions with
interactions.
people.
Yeah.
Yes,
the
that's what it was
feelings
on-
that the game would bring out. See,
Yep.
so even older games were way better because people had to try harder to grab your attention. You know what I mean? It wasn't about how good this looks.
Nope.
Let's make it look super good so no one pays
Yeah.
attention to the story. No.
Yeah.
And now games are so good looking that people just want to keep playing the game. They don't even want to look at the story.
They look at,
So they just keep clicking the button. Like,
Yep.
I just
this
see all
is
the
just
people.
pleasing to
Yes.
the eye, so I don't really care what's going on.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, it's interesting what you're telling me. You could be telling me the clues to the whole game right now, and they
But
just
no.
click right through it.
Yep.
And then they're like, what do I do?
Yep.
Why don't I know what to do? And the guy doesn't talk to you again. It's like,
Yep.
there you go. Here's your
That's,
sign.
that's how
Yep.
old RPGs were.
Yeah, they were like, they tell you
If you
what to
didn't
do,
read
and then
once.
you go,
Yeah,
and then you go back
once.
to him and be like, well, why aren't you doing that?
Yep.
Why aren't you doing that? And you'd be like, what? Oh
Doing
shit,
what?
didn't pay attention.
Yep.
Like that's how Zelda was.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
They
Dude,
give you
oh,
one
the
mission and he'd
NES,
tell you to
dude.
go there, and then that was it.
Super
Yep.
Castlevania 4, Super Metroid, Donkey Kong, dude, so many games.
Oh.
Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy 3, Earthbound.
Do you know what's real? Do you know what I really love about RPGs? It helps like your directional intuition skills. Like if you're in a cave and you like don't look at the map, you have to find your way back out, or and explore like parts that you've never explored before. Like your mind can like make a picture, and you can almost like follow a trail and then go back, follow the other trail, and then come out of it.
Yeah.
Like it teaches you to do that.
Yeah.
You don't really think about it at the time, but like if you just let yourself go, you can go right through the cave, get everything you need, and come right back out.
Yeah.
And like know your way the
Uh-huh.
whole time.
For sure. I've noticed that a lot, especially with games like, this, they're throwing it out there, Dark Cloud, a launch title for the PS2, one of the greatest RPGs of all time. It was made by the same people who made Earthbound. It was so good because like the whole game was basically dungeon crawls, and it was randomly generated dungeons. So like like you go down to the next floor, it's completely randomly generated. So you have no idea where you're going or what it looks like, and there was no mini map, so it really made you like focus and like think about where you're going, and okay, like I came from this way, let's and you learn tricks, like if I always go to the left, I won't get lost. If there's always an intersection, go to the left.
Yes.
If there's always an intersection, go to the left.
Yeah.
And then when
then you can follow your way
by
back
going
and,
right.
Yeah, and then pick up the little trails on the way
Yep.
out,
Or
and then
follow
you'll be
a
like,
wall,
or I
something
feel like
that.
or there's like a crossroads, and you can your mind can like tell which one has treasure and which one is the way to just keep going.
Yep.
Like which
Yeah.
is the back path that
Yep.
stops, and then which is the other path.
Or
Yep.
even like even watching people play like let's plays and stuff like that, you can almost watch just by like which way they're going. They go, okay, they're gonna make a left up here, loot, and then they're gonna follow the rest of the way
Yep.
right. And
Yeah,
it's
you-
like, boom. So,
Yep.
and it's like, how do I know that? I don't even play the damn game.
It's
Yep.
because the game wants to like lead you. Like if you ever look in games now, they're putting crazy things in, like the wind will blow a certain way. Like,
Dude, it's so
listen, Assassin's Creed.
It's because they're so fucking
Listen,
linear.
New
Yes.
new
They're holding
Assassin's
your
Creed.
hand everywhere.
No, not well. I guess so.
Majority
Because that's
of it
exactly what
now.
you're
Well, I
explaining.
like
More so
free
now
roam.
than
No,
it was.
yeah, it is holding your hand, but it's
Like-
only holding your hand if you can pay attention
The
to that
only
level.
game that really hasn't
Like on Assassin's, hold on, on Assassin's Creed, like the new Assassin's Creed is a really good game because you like wander through the woods and it'll like show you different ways on like the wind blowing at your feet, and you won't really notice it if you're not paying attention. But if you're like into the game, dude, and the wind blows a certain way and trees go a certain way, you like go up towards that way and there's something there. Like it's crazy intuitive. Like I know what you mean hand holding, but there's some games that like I only hold your hand if you can like see the trail that's there. You know what I mean? Otherwise, you're looking at the
See,
map
that-
the whole time.
You see, that's the thing I don't like, like, the thing I like about games is, like, I like really hard games.
Yeah.
I like to die a lot, and I like being rewarded for not dying, like
Yes.
FTL, Dark
Yes.
Souls, Demon Souls. These are some of my favorite games of all time.
Oh, Demon Souls. That game's so hard. Are you kidding me?
It's so punishingly hard, and I
Oh
love that
my
about
God.
it. Each enemy interaction has
It's like you
its
could
own
die.
puzzle.
It's potential death.
It's potential death, and I love that. You have to take the game fucking serious, And
Yeah, but you look like
and there's
a,
consequences to your actions.
I
you
feel
know?
like there's a
There's
middle
not
point.
consequences to your actions. Skyrim is the perfect example because people think it's like the best RPG ever made, and all this.
It was
But
good.
play it
Skyrim-
on extremely hard
Skyrim,
mode.
Skyrim is a vast ocean, is about as shallow as a skipping pool. Think about it.
I don't know. Not if you play the super hard
No.
mode where you have to
No,
sleep
but
and
dude,
eat
it's
and all
a-
that
it's
shit.
a vast
You
ocean. It's a
you
vast
always
ocean
did the
that's only this
same
deep.
thing.
Yeah,
The
but listen,
same thing.
It's a vast ocean that's only this deep. There's no depth to the game.
Yeah,
There's-
because listen,
There's no weight of the world. Like I'm the king bearer that's supposed to fucking save this whole land, and no one knows who I am. You know, if I kill a guard, come back to the city in 24 hours, nobody
Yeah.
knows who I am. Are you serious right
Yes.
now?
No,
Like, I want the game just to remember what I did.
but listen, it's like
The
it's
Witcher.
It's like
The Witcher. Enough said. People
Yeah, they
say,
did
"Oh,
get it right."
Skyrim's the best RPG
No,
ever made."
The Witcher
The Witcher 2
is amazing.
Fuck you.
If you have ever played The Witcher, you
Oh.
will fucking turn on.
Speaking of The
Skyrim
Witcher,
so
The
quick.
Witcher 3 looks so amazing.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
No
does.
boss battles. No boss battles.
Really?
Dude, it was talking
No
about how
boss
you can
battles.
track enemies and
Yep.
shit. How you can like track their like
No,
footprints and
no,
all
check,
kinds and their
check this
smell
out.
and
Check
shit.
this
It's
out.
crazy.
I was watching the hands-on demo.
Yeah.
Like he was just walking up. There's no boss battles, okay? So every enemy interaction is its own boss battle. You know, there is no boss battles. You know,
Yeah,
there.
you find a huge troll in the woods, you gotta fight it. That's
No,
about
yeah,
it.
that's what I'm saying. They find this fiend in the woods, and he's fighting the fiend, and like he like hurts the fiend, and the fiend starts running away, but like he like injures him, and he like wakes up 10 minutes later because it like has like the like that effect. Like it's really realistic, and like you wake up 10 minutes later, and you're like, where to go? And you like follow his footprints and his blood path to like up to his cave, and then you can finally go fucking slay him and shit. It's so intuitive. It's so details are so finely tuned, and it's a huge. It's an
Yeah.
open world game.
That's one
well,
thing
I feel
like
that
they're just
games
building on older
really
games.
need to have detail. Like, I don't even care if you can see the dirt under a dude's fingernails. I want you to know that guy
Here's
is
the thing.
dirty.
I don't
know,
want
like-
detail. I'm not concerned about detail. I'm concerned about my actions holding actual weight. Because my
Yes.
actions held more weight in an RPG 25 years ago on a Super Nintendo than they do in Skyrim, and that's sad.
Well,
Yeah.
you know what it
and
is.
especially
it's
on
people,
a better system now.
Yeah.
And why is that?
Why? Why? Because like graphically, gameplay wise, intuitiveness, gameplay and graphic wise, we've gone leaps and bounds. Intuitiveness, interactivity,
We're losing.
it's going downhill.
Yeah,
it's
it's-
going backwards.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I told you it's because they had to make games harder before to make the storyline, but now no one pays attention. So they're like, oh,
Make them
oh,
easy as
They'll
possible.
be like, oh, fuck it, just make them easy and just make them survive and just keep clicking A. Like,
Yep.
it's ridiculous.
Yep.
But
And that's one people complain about RPGs, that they were just a constant A button masher, but
they're not.
But they're not.
because you need to read.
Yes.
Like people can go back and say that Final Fantasy VII or Final Fantasy VIII was a good game, but obviously you never played it because it was an amazing game if you read the storyline,
Yep.
or Final Fantasy X, or if, like anything like that. If you got into the story, it changed the game completely.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like Oblivion, I felt like was like fight the dragon, talk to the dragon. It wasn't that,
You mean Skyrim?
or Skyrim. Yeah, it wasn't that.
Oblivion was so much
Oblivion
better
was
than
so much
Skyrim.
better. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your actions held more weight in
Yeah.
Oblivion than they do in Skyrim, and that's really
And plus, you felt like
weird.
you could die a lot easier. I just,
Yeah,
I
dude,
just
in
felt like it.
Oblivion, I was fucking scared.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I felt like
Yeah,
that was a harsh
like,
environment.
To walk inside of
Skyrim,
like,
you could just
when
walk
you go
around and
through,
beat
like,
the shit out
the
of people.
gate
Yeah.
or whatever the hell it's called. Like,
Oh,
dude,
yeah.
I walked in there. I was like, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
Dude, I
for
just
sure.
liked on Oblivion how if you slayed
You know,
somebody,
like,
they'd
I-
like fall like a paper.
Yeah.
They'd be like
It's the
all the
most
way down to
awesome
the
effects
That's
ever.
the best. Why did you
Ragdoll
not put that
effects,
in every
yes.
game?
Yes.
Or like on Fallout, how it like glitches sometimes to where someone gets hit and they fly into outer
No,
space.
the best glitches were in Red Dead Redemption.
Really?
Oh my!
Which glitch are you talking
The
about?
best glitches were in Red Dead Redemption. Any glitches,
Like what have you seen in Red Dead?
dude. There... you just have to look up Red Dead Redemption glitch, and you'll just lose your mind. Like getting on the horse and just like literally exploding, and it's like flying like all the way up into the air. And
Wow.
just, it's the most ridiculous.
Yeah, I think
glitches
I've glitch
ever.
played on that
You
game
know what?
before.
I have seen that glitch before. You go to get on the horse and you just go.
Oh, dude, it's ridiculous.
You just fly.
So many people got that glitch. It's
Well, there
so
was
funny.
that one glitch in San Andreas. If you drive a car up to what is it, a swing set, it'll send your car flying.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
saw that. Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
that video before. Glitches are fun.
Glitches
I've
are
seen
fun,
one
yeah.
in a Deathclaw in Fallout where a Deathclaw hit a dude and he flew into outer space
Yeah.
like in 3 seconds. That was
Yeah.
pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
But that's just the hilarity of the game. I wish there was random glitches like that was actually set, not like that was actually
Yeah, like they
a
left
fuck up
it
the
in.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
you know
if
what I
you
mean?
press this button, you'll go to outer space.
no, just like,
like
one
no,
out of
I
every
won't. Blunk.
no, one out of every 10 interactions is like a glitch kill, where they just fucking explode in outer
Or
space
something.
or some crazy shit happens.
That'd be hilarious.
Or 1 out of every 30 or
It's-
100.
it
You
really-
know what I mean?
When a glitch happens, it really takes me out of the game.
Yeah, but it doesn't take you out, but it just makes it so much better. It's so much funnier.
There's
It makes
good
you
glitches
realize
on-
that
it
this
depends
is
on
still
what-
a
It
depends on the
computer
glitch.
program.
Yeah, it depends on the glitch.
Like when XCOM glitches and I'm halfway through a fucking very difficult mission,
Yeah,
and like fucking it's going great, like then I want to kill myself, but
yeah, but if you hit somebody in fucking Fallout and they explode into a million pieces,
Pieces,
fly in
yeah.
space, it's like that was cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or if you jump off somewhere and survive.
I think
you know
think
what I mean?
Bethesda really dropped the ball this E3 for not like announcing Fallout 4 or even say like Fallout's coming.
Listen, Fallout on
Well,
my PS3 was so shitty. It fucked up so many
So
times.
much.
And New Vegas. So whoever's making those games needs to first work on that. Like, it is ridiculous.
Well, they're
I've
made for a
had Fall-
PC.
Obviously, everything's made for PC because it's better. That's why there's Steam. That's why there's all this
Well,
shit.
no. Who the hell was
Dude,
it?
you
who
can make
said
there's
that
a
they
YouTube
wanted-
video. I don't know why you haven't done this yet, dude. There's
What?
like YouTube videos. You can make like a Steam box for $200. People are making their own Steam boxes.
Oh yeah. Did you see that? No,
do
there's a
you
guy
mean?
who's on Kickstarter.
People are making their own
who
Steam
has
boxes.
it's a USB port, and you plug it in, and it has like NES controllers.
Huh.
Well, no, yeah, people are building their own Steam boxes, and it's crazy because
What is it just for playing Steam games?
Big Picture.
Yeah.
Steam has this thing called Big Picture, and it's like if you're running Steam off your TV, this is the mode you want to use.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because it's like for a controller. Yeah.
It's like you can go left, right.
I'll show you.
It's not like
It looks
a-
like
a bit,
Xbox 360 and like PS3.
Oh,
like
but
yeah.
it's just on
interface.
Steam.
Right.
But
Yeah.
it's Steam. It's your Steam library. You're recently played. You can fucking buy shit.
Yeah, but I'd just rather have a computer, you know what I mean? And then plug it into the...
Well, that's the
And
thing.
have
If
Steam
you're gonna-
and that.
See, I'd like to have a fucking nice TV and a Steam box next to it. That'd be sweet as fuck.
Yeah, but if you have a nice TV hooked up to a computer, it's just as nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess you're right.
And you can
But
use
you
it
don't-
for Steam.
But you don't. But sitting so close and you don't have like a portable desk.
Well,
dude,
no,
sometimes
you gotta
dude,
have a
listen,
setup. Like,
Listen,
well,
sometimes
that's
you
the
just want to
thing.
sit on the couch, lay out, and fucking controller in your hand and fucking play a game. Sometimes you don't want to sit up at a
yes,
computer
you
chair.
do. But it's
Yeah, but you can still sit back and hook up controller into the fucking tower.
Yeah.
Like, it's just... It's easy.
Yeah, I guess you're right. But I mean, you really can't. I guess. I don't know.
you could still do like a plug and play or something.
Yeah.
But I get what you're saying.
My
like,
ultimate dream was fucking playing Warcraft on a controller. That's what I always wanted to do. I wanted to play WoW on a controller.
Oh,
yeah, right.
Yeah, how
Not
ma-
enough
how
buttons.
awesome.
Not enough buttons.
How awesome would that be, though?
What if
actually,
there was a
actually, you
There
could-
is buttons made for games like that. that are
No,
like
you
different-
could just
Well, I've
hold
seen
left
mouses
hold
and
left
shit like
bumper.
that.
Like 4 buttons, hold left bumper. There's first 4 more buttons. Hold right bumper. There's 4 more buttons. You already got 12 buttons. You know,
Yeah.
hold a trigger and then hit a button, and that's a button.
Yeah,
You know,
Yeah,
you could do that.
there's ways to do
You
it.
could,
but
but you think about it for somebody who would just be getting into that game, they would be like, "Oh, this is kind of hard," especially to go from like a
Well, I mean,
It'd
Warcraft.
be weird to
Warcraft
go from,
isn't
like,
isn't a slow
controller.
man's game. You know what I mean?
Yes, it isn't a slow man's
It's
game.
very definitely quick
But
thinking,
I'm thinking on like for
and
to
you can
adapt
button mash at the same
to something
time.
like that. I figure it would be too much.
WoW
of a
is very
leap.
much learning your rotation and sticking to it.
Sitting in your place and doing what you're told.
Well, no, I mean just learning your rotation. Like
1, 5, 3, 4,
Yep.
1, 5, 3, 4,
Yep, you just
7. Yeah.
you
know, like
That's Warcraft.
Dude, I've played it. I know how it goes.
That's Warcraft.
You know,
yeah.
Charge this up. Okay, wait for it.
It's very much learning your rotation and sticking to it. And because people get really upset when you don't fucking play your character right. Let me tell you.
the healer, you dip.
You picked healer, fucking heal, asshole.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. Life needs those support characters, you know. That's what's cool about Warcraft. Like, if people play support characters, that just shows what kind of person you are. You like to help other people, you know.
Dude,
what
I
mean?
always played
like support
healer.
characters
Yeah.
are
I always
all
played
about,
a
like,
healer.
helping people.
Always played a healer. I always play a healer in any MMO because
And
I'm always like nobody wants to play that, and it's always what's needed.
I was
Well,
just gonna
yeah,
say,
if-
dude, you're always needed.
Yeah,
Yep.
that means if you play a healer, you're gonna have multiple people come up to you and be like,
Hey.
"Hey, can you want to be on my
Yeah.
team?
Yep.
I need
Yep.
a healer."
Yep.
Yep,
Exactly.
Because no one wants to play it, but everybody needs one. You
Yep.
know what I mean?
Yep.
That's the same with the lower class or the middle class.
Yep.
No one wants to be there, but we need it.
And it's really easy to be a bad healer, and it's really hard to be a good healer.
Yeah.
That's another thing. You know.
Oh yeah, because you got to keep. Well, healing's like that's Yeah, spell casting and all that shit. That's not easy.
No.
No.
It's easy swinging a sword and pressing a bunch of buttons
Yeah,
against
it's
an
easier
enemy.
to be a
But
tank.
being back there and clicking on different guys and being like, I need to heal this guy,
Yep. Yep.
set a shield on this guy.
Yeah, and you're
Mhm.
It's not
sitting
fucking
there
easy.
watching people's health, and you're like,
Mhm.
okay,
That's all
I
you're
need to
watching
deal
is
with
people's
him.
health bars.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's all you're watching.
Yep.
You know?
But at least, I don't know. I like those games because I feel like anything you do on a computer will benefit you more than if you go play like a PS3 or something. Because even
Well,
the
dude,
buttons on a
anybody,
computer, you
like,
pay attention more.
I feel that anybody who really thinks that an Xbox or a PS3 is better than any computer that they have inside their home, they're fucking retarded.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, you're off your
Honestly.
You
rocker.
know, excuse my French and all that, but
You're
still.
retarded.
And buying one doesn't even make sense anymore
Well,
with Steam
yeah,
out there
dude,
and there's
if you
a
think
computer and you
about
can
it,
hook controllers
when-
into it. Why is there even a point to having a PS4 anymore?
There isn't.
When the PS3 came
Exclusive.
out, it was what,
Yep.
$700, $600,
They should
$500?
just be able to sell their titles.
$800.
Yeah.
It was $800, dude. I bought my computer for like $900.
Yep.
I paid an
Yeah, and
extra
it's
$100.
fucking nasty.
And it's
And-
nasty.
Dude, no. The only thing I need to do, I need to add more sticks of RAM, and that's probably it.
Oh, that's what she said.
I
More
just need to add
sticks.
more sticks.
More sticks
I
to
gotta
sticks
call
of
my
RAM.
buddies. Bring 'em
Call a
over.
couple buddies.
Gonna call a couple buddies, maybe some mocha ones. Who
Slap
knows?
Oh no! Turn you into a nice latte. So
Cherry
fucked
on
up.
We got the
top, bitch.
cream, we
Share-
got the mocha. Who
With-
needs you?
Damn.
Mm.
Oh, but how about
Those 40 whipped calories, that's
Oh.
all she's going to
Oh
get.
yeah.
Oh!
how about Joe Rogan's Question Everything? How did you guys? What's your?
I
what's your
did not
first-
get to
He
see
didn't
it.
fucking
I'm
get to see
sorry.
it.
Oh
I
my god!
sacrificed me to the,
You shall be
gods.
sacrificed to
I
Odin,
know.
bro.
It was good. It was really
It
good.
was,
Dude,
I-
I heard it was pretty.
dude. He felt.
decent.
I felt
My
like
dad
he
even said
presented
something
more
about it.
evidence than like if you go
That
up on
more
YouTube
people
and you look
do
up like
yeah,
documentary
yeah,
videos.
documentaries.
Yeah.
They're like, here's one thing. All right, believe me. Joe's like, no, I don't believe you. No, I don't believe you. No, he's like DNA test. Here's the sounds that they make. Here's going out into the woods, and they're like, slowly it's starting to compound to where you're like, maybe there is a fucking big, huge thing in
Well,
the woods.
how come
Like, I
there's
personally have
Native
has-
American cultures
had-
all across the United States
to
that
tell
have-
about these giants.
and they have more than one fucking name for them.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, they
Dude,
have-
it's real.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely real because I've been in the woods. I went one time. Me and my friends were tripping balls walking through the woods, and this had nothing to do with it because back in the day, like
Tripping
I
balls
had,
had nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
it did.
Well,
Well,
drugs had nothing to do with it, but it had everything to
well,
do
it
with
did
it.
have
okay?
everything to do with it because that's how the.
I mean,
that's how
I
the
was
Bigfoot knew.
perfectly
We were
coherent,
sending
but all
out
I
that.
heard was
No. No, listen. We were perfectly coherent. Yeah, but we were walking through the woods to which is called the Witch's Tunnel, a tunnel in the middle of the
I
woods.
know what you're
Yeah.
talking about.
Yeah, but like we were walking down
Green
the trail.
Man's
Man's
Tunnel.
Yeah, but
Oh shit!
Yep. Fucking up.
Fucking
I think
headbutting the mic.
That's a different thing.
Yeah, it is a different thing.
But
It's in Mingo.
Yeah, that's not it. But it's fucking in the middle of the woods, and we were walking down there, and all we heard was those tree smacks. Like it felt like, because you can feel shit from far away on hallucinogens because you're highly involved with your surroundings. It felt like something had picked up a huge fucking tree that no human could ever lift and bashed it off a tree a couple times because all I heard was like it was off of a huge tree. Like that's how they communicate. They're even talking about it
Yeah,
on
but that's
Joe
the thing.
Rogan.
You also have to. You kind of like when you hear that thing hit. You kind of have to know, like, okay, well, how thick do you think that could be?
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. I
obviously-
knew how thick it was because I was on the hallucinogen. You understand?
Yeah, but I'm
My
saying
sight-
like
my
how,
heightens were
how,
sensed.
How big do you
Your
think
heightens were sensed?
Yeah, my heightens.
My heightens are sensed. Don't be sensing my heightens.
Listen, if this is how big it was.
Oh,
like
man.
my arms around.
That would have
like,
been like a boom.
Yeah.
No, it was.
Like-
Well, some wood is hollower and it makes like a sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like they were doing it on Joe Rogan.
Yep.
They're showing you which trees are hollow.
Hollow.
Yeah, and it
Oh,
knew
yeah,
to hit
yeah,
that tree.
yeah, some
and it
are
was
ho-
like it felt like a little tree hitting a big tree. That's what it sounded like.
Yeah, and Joe Rogan was saying that might be the Sasquatch booty call. Bigfoot booty call.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah, that's my.
But it
stick.
also could
No,
be
yeah, like trying to like find another one.
find another Sasquatch
Yeah.
and see if that's what we were. But that's what it definitely was, dude. It was crazy. It's absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
Well, like,
Because they know to pick up the hollow tree because they all
No,
know.
they don't use the hollow tree. They use a hard tree to hit a hollow tree. They know exactly what tree to hit. You know,
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? The tree that
right,
they
right,
hit
right,
is
right,
the
right.
one that makes the sound.
Gotcha.
Maybe.
Dude, I don't know.
It depends.
No,
I'm not a tree
you're-
expert.
No, you're right
I'm not
about
gonna be blabbering.
that.
All right.
No,
okay.
I think you're right about that.
Did you see when
because
fucking
if
Monster
you hit
Class?
something like a hard, if you,
I'm talking about this
If
thing
you hit
picked
some-
up a tree and hit a
Yeah.
tree with it.
Dude.
Like, that's what it sounded like.
Yeah.
It didn't sound like you hit a baseball bat off a tree. It sounded like you hit a tree off a tree.
that's wild. Well, dude, there's a lot of things people can't explain, and we're finding new shit inside
Every
the Amazon
day.
every day.
Dude, we're finding
Dude,
shit
there's-
everywhere every day, dude. I find
every
insects
time
in my
there's an
backyards
extra-
I've never seen
Seen
before in my
before
whole
in your
life.
Yep.
Like crazy,
Yep.
like African bugs. And
Yep.
I'm like, what the fuck
Fuck
is
is
this
that?
thing?
Yep.
Yep.
Like the other day, I saw a moth that looked like it crossed between a spider and a moth. It had
Yeah.
like 8 legs to it. I was like, "What the fuck is this thing?"
Yep.
Like
Yep.
you never know what the government's dropping in on us.
Honestly.
You know what I mean? They're just like, "Oh,
Well,
here you go."
And it's
Chemicals,
really
whatever.
sad that we only think that there's these amount of things out there, and until we have physical proof or we have it caged somewhere, like, dude, there's stories from British explorers about huge spiders, like not big, but
Huge.
like huge, like
Huge.
Like in the
literally
Amazon,
2 feet
yeah.
tall,
4
Yeah.
foot wide.
4 foot wide.
And
Holy
like,
shit!
it was
Like,
only from the
kill
18
humans.
Yeah, it was
Like,
only from the late
1800s.
1800s and early 1900s,
early
and then
19
the sightings
and it
stopped. But
because they closed that shit down. They don't
No.
want people know about that shit.
but
I-
they went in to talk to tribes and stuff, and they said like their ancestors talked about like, I forget what they called them. Like I think they called them like people takers or something, like the ones who will take
the
us.
ones who will take you.
Yeah,
or something,
something like that.
No,
Oh, dude, I
giant
just got
spiders.
fucking
Yeah,
chills from
yeah.
that.
Yeah, because like they were interviewing this one dude, and he said that like he saw like no one has saw one in 80 years, but he's seen one. Like it took his dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? He was out in the yard, just like kind of doing something in the morning, and it fucking took his dog. Like a
Holy
fucking a
shit.
tarantula, like the size of your fucking chair. You know what I'm saying? In the bottom of your chair.
That's fucked up, dude.
Yeah.
Well, they never know what's in the rainforest because that brings back
Well,
prehistoric ages. Like, what could have survived? You know
Yep.
what I mean? Like, there's alligators and fucking crocodiles. What else survived?
Dude,
Birds survived.
Dude, they found this. Dude, they found the monkeys that Congo, the book Congo, was based off of.
Really?
They found those monkeys, the silverback, all silver gorillas. They found those in the Congo. Yeah, I mean that book was based on finding monkeys in the Congo.
Dude, I feel like anything.
silver monkeys in the Congo.
Listen,
and they found them.
anything that we're fucking imagining, we're honestly bringing into consciousness and reality at
Yeah.
the same time. Even if it's not there and we haven't discovered it, we're literally manifesting shit into reality. So,
Oh, yeah.
like, there's that saying, like, did God create man or did man create God? You know what I mean? And that's like,
And
that
that's
has a big
very good
relevance
question.
to like what we think and what we see. Like, did we think of aliens and they came into being, or were they always there? You know what I mean? Like, do we
Yep.
create our own perceptions? We do to a point, but together, like, if you get an idea out there to every mind, I feel like we can create things like a book Congo. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It was like silver apes. All this thing got into the consciousness, so suddenly
Silver apes.
silver apes started springing up, like, from our consciousness.
Yep. I mean that's crazy.
Yeah.
Dude. I mean, it's even crazy to think that there's only like 8 apes on the whole planet.
And we're one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's only 8 apes. That's so crazy.
Well-
Our whole like, not species, but our whole genus, you know, thrives on only 8 species. That's kind of scary.
Well, it's because well, you don't know that because they all haven't been founded. You know what I mean?
That's true, but
the
I mean,
great ape,
there
the great
are-
ape that is Sasquatch. You know, we
Mm.
haven't even listed him yet. You know what I mean?
But Joe Rogan was saying that like that dude might think that like that
he's a human hybrid.
it's a human
but
hybrid.
it's still an ape hybrid. You
But
know,
it-
a
but it's-
human ape hybrid,
But
or
what does
bear,
he think
or a
that
bear
is?
hybrid. But no, I think it's
I
more of an
think
ape.
that would be more of an ape.
It's
than
an ape, dude.
anything.
I think it's
Especially
just
if
an
it's
ape.
bipedal, because
Yeah.
bears are more like fucked up dogs.
yeah.
Yeah, they are dogs, dude. Have you ever seen a bear shaved? It looks exactly like a fucking dog.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
they
I've
look
seen that
exactly like a dog. That
Yeah,
picture,
they look
yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
They look
Weird as
weird
fuck.
as hell.
Mm-hmm.
But it's definitely some sort of monkey man thing that's gaining intelligence as we gain intelligence. This is what I
Well,
was talking about. Like,
They've had some weird shit. I mean, even Ancient Aliens did a thing on Sasquatch, and George Tsoukalos. Do you think that apes are connected to aliens? it's like,
Yeah. I don't know about
You
that.
know,
She
I
never-
don't know about that. I think
I think
I
that
think
we're
it's
connected
more
to
li-
aliens. I don't think apes
if
are. Maybe.
if
You never know.
Sasquatch is connected to aliens, then we're connected to aliens. That's
Yeah.
how I see it. I think this might have just been something that happened on the Earth. Who knows? Because
Well, there's a super
there-
advance in art.
no, dude. There's
brain.
an account of Native Americans saying that they went to this cave and killed giants,
Mhm.
and there's bones in there of
Yeah.
8 foot, 9 foot tall people that were fucking giants.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, and it's like, no, we don't believe you.
Well, that's who we eliminated off the planet. That's what the fight was. It was
Yeah.
against
Well-
us against them because they were huge and but they weren't as smart as us. So we eventually won
Well-
and drove them into the caves
Yeah,
Mm.
I
of
that
the egos.
I think that might have been part of it, but I also think that like I don't know how to like explain it, that maybe we had like a coexistence at one point. Like
well, they
there-
talk about the giants
we
and then
were-
they talk about
wait,
we
maybe
couldn't
we-
feed them, so they started eating people.
Well, this coexistence you're talking about was actually true. Sometime around when the last ice age ended, Homo sapien came in contact with Cro-Magnon. Cro-Magnon and Homo sapien lived together.
yeah,
and
we were supposed
and
to
I
wipe
think
them out
that
or
might
something. We wiped
be
them out.
Something.
No, but just think about
I
that.
might think
Two-
that
there was two-
Sasquatch,
Oh, two
different-
separate kinds of apes.
Humans.
humans.
Cro-Magnon.
Cro-Magnon, like big skull, long arms.
Oh, so you're saying
thick
the
stalks.
Cro-Magnon mated with the human, and that's what created
No,
the Sasquatch?
we mated with them.
Yes.
And they, you know, obviously tried to take our women and stuff like
Yeah.
that happened.
Yeah. I don't
But,
think I'm not saying
That's
Sasquatch is.
that's a very interesting.
I'm not saying
thought.
Sasquatch is Cro-Magnon, but I'm saying I think Cro-Magnon intermixing with Homo sapien created Sasquatch.
Yes, and I think
Wow.
Eventually,
their
I-
offspring.
Yep.
Just not so much de-evolved,
and there's just
but
pockets.
adapted.
And
They
there's
adapted
pockets.
to their environment.
Yep,
In
to
the-
the
in the woods and
environment up
shit.
in the upper Pacific Northwest.
Yeah,
and in
the
Siberia,
woods,
and
because
in
that's
Siberia.
because that's where the abominable snowman is. White Sasquatch.
Yeah, that's all that is a different form of human.
Yeah.
You know what I
It's
mean?
white Sasquatch. You know.
Like, you leave a person out in the woods long enough
Dude,
in the
you leave a
cold, they're
bunny
gonna grow
in
a
the
shitload
dark.
of hair,
Yeah.
and their babies are gonna learn to grow hair because
Yeah.
it's cold.
Yeah.
And they have to be outside and they're naked. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? They don't believe in clothes. Like, they run a different different way.
If you
They don't
leave a
need
bunny, if you take a wild bunny from outside and put him in a room that's like inside,
They'll turn
he'll
white.
turn white.
He'll turn white.
Turn white.
He'll lose his gray fur and turn white.
Yep.
It'll become a domesticated rabbit.
Really?
Yeah. That's how easy we can domesticate them.
Just like pigs. You leave them outside and like
They'll become a wild hog in 2
they'll
weeks.
grow tusk. Will grow tusk. They will grow
Hair.
like thick
and gain
hair,
40 pounds.
and gain weight and
Of
muscle.
And
Like,
just adapt to their
Adapt.
environment
Yep.
completely.
They'll turn into a wild hog.
yep, they will turn into a boar.
Mhm.
Like
Instant, like 2 weeks, 3
yeah,
weeks.
2 weeks. Like we don't see that type of transformation in anything besides like butterflies.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You-
Well,
dude-
I mean, I think
dude, you
humans.
put you
humans
you
transform that
introduce a dog to an environment, that dog will become a wolf, like that.
Not
It won't become a wolf. Like
well, it's
it won't
because
like,
it
mutate.
yeah, but
still
it's
a
easier.
dog,
It's because it
but
has
it's
its
not like-
instinct.
It's not like pigs actually go through like a transformation at some
Yeah.
point.
Yes.
The dog, it's going.
Dog is always
it's
a
gonna
wolf.
Tap into.
It's always a wolf.
Yeah.
It's, you know, it's wild.
It's just
side.
domesticated.
But you got to think if you have
Dude,
a
that's
dog.
that's just like when you have a cat in your house and it's being all friendly and nice, and then it sees something on the floor. Boom.
kills it.
No, dude, it goes into fucking like killer
Yeah,
mode.
defense mode, well, they can snap back. Like, for some reason, they
Dude,
they can
it's-
control their instincts so much more than a human can.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like they can just snap from instinct to like, hey, how you doing?
Yep.
You know what I mean? Or like, I'm gonna kill that thing. Like, it's just like two different fucking paths. They can
Oh,
just boop,
dude.
turn on, turn
I
off.
love
Mhm.
watching cats look at birds and like they fucking chatter and
Mm-hmm.
They're like,
yeah, they're like biting at the bit. Like
Wow.
if that thing was inside,
my cats do it all
Yeah.
the time. They're looking out the window. When there's a screen in this window, Shadow will just stand out the window and look at them out because the power line's right there, and she'll just stand there and she makes these weird noises like.
Dude, have you heard that dog or have you heard that cat barking?
Yeah.
Have you
Yeah.
ever seen that video?
Roar,
That's
roar.
hilarious. And then looks,
it turns
looks around.
around.
It's like meow,
Mm-hmm.
meow. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was crazy. Cats are so smart. Like, there's something behind cats and
Well,
dogs
dude,
to where
there
like
was a
they're
cat-
they're behind our existence somehow. You know
there
what I
was
mean?
a cat.
They're
who
placed next to us
took
for some
in
reason.
a baby squirrel that it fell out of the tree, and it was like, "Oh, come with me." The squirrel starts purring. Like they'll pet the squirrel, and it'll purr,
Mm-hmm.
and it learned how to purr. It's like it's a little weird,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Dude, that's just like,
Like-
the
Like
time-
animals
dude,
have
and
such
like,
an
and it'll
easier
nurse
time.
it.
Yeah.
And the cat will actually let it nurse.
Yeah.
And it won't push it away. And if you take it away, it gets pissed.
Wow.
You know, it because it had a
but
litter
here's
of
the thing:
kittens
they're also
soon there.
they're also
You know, right
not
then.
as smart as you think, because there's like this story about a tiger in Shanghai. She had 3 baby cubs, and they all died at birth. All 3 baby cubs, and like the mother tiger fell into like deep depression. She like went like 3 weeks without eating. So do you know what they gave her? 8 piglet cubs with
Oh yeah, I saw
tiger
that.
striped like little
yeah,
little
Yeah, I
hoodies
saw
on.
that.
bibbies,
I
little
saw
bibs
that.
or whatever.
Yep. And the fucking mother was just like, oh, there they are, and just started taking care of these little pigs.
Well, they're not. It's not that they're not smart. It's just they get hurt emotionally. Like they like have a part of them that's just like they go through the same loss a mother
Well, you
would.
gotta,
You know
you
what
gotta
I mean?
think, dude.
Like a
that,
real mother. Like
no,
they have
that,
the same
that
instincts.
is some. That is some like emotional, like hardwired
Yeah.
into your like.
Yeah, but how do
Because
how do
think
these
about
things
this,
have
dude.
emotions? That's what I want
Think
to know.
about
It's like we
this.
were all
If
created
women
together
didn't
and we're
care-
not separate.
Like, if you think about this, dude, if women didn't care about their children, would there be any of us here?
Nope.
Like,
No.
if your mom really didn't give a fuck,
Well,
what the
let's-
hell popped out, you
Yep.
know? And was just, fuck that, you know?
Well, some moms are like that.
Some moms are, but that's a, you know,
It's
man-
a dark dark
that's-
place. You don't need
well,
to go.
that's a different, you know,
Reality.
subject.
Uh,
But
yeah.
if you think about like 80%, 90% of people that, you know, have kids, the main thing is you touch that motherfucker, you're dead.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you come near my kid, if you even look at my kid weird, I'm gonna give you something to
Yeah,
look
kids inspire you crazy. There's just something about something that came out of you, or something that you
Well,
made
at.
that
You
like
think,
connects it.
and
Well-
that's with almost every animal. It's ingrained that if you know, I take care of this. This is mine. You know, this is something that you know is part of not so much part of me, but it's part of my life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's
Yeah,
real
but you wonder where that
crazy
where
about-
that comes from, because like
it's
we
all
share-
ingrained.
yeah, but we share like the same things with animals. So I don't get how people go behind this thing like we're not related to animals or we aren't connected.
It just
No.
hasn't,
Makes no sense.
It hasn't been
We
released
are,
yet. A mother
but we're not.
becomes a mother at conception. A father becomes a father when he sees the baby. You know.
Yes.
You know, a mom's been a mom for 9 months already. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, a mom's already like like soon as she starts to show, or even before that, she know because you get morning
Soon as she knows up here, it's on.
boom,
Yeah.
she's
You know,
already in
instincts
mother,
already taken over.
motherly instincts.
yeah, already in mother mode,
Yeah.
already you know.
Yeah, but then I feel like
But a
they've gotten rid
father-
of the
A
male
father doesn't
instinct.
become a father until he fucking like, you know, men are always hands on. We're hands on creatures. You know, it
Yeah.
has to be in front of us for for anything to mean to us.
Yeah.
You know.
That makes sense.
You know.
Well, I still love. Even Joe Rogan said something about his daughter and his wife. He goes, if it was between me and my wife having a good banana and a shitty banana, like that bitch would be getting a shitty banana. But
Yeah.
if it's my daughter, I guess I got the shitty banana.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
and it was like, you know, and even when they talk about like, well, who do you think would be like, who do you think you would spoil more, your daughter or your son? And let's say you had like you had your son, and then like a different life. First you had your daughter. Like, how would you think that would be?
You'd spoil the littlest one no matter what. Because it's
I
always the baby.
I think it would
I
be the
think it-
daughter,
I think it would be
honestly,
the
because they're
daughter.
so
And I
they
think
have that
all
way
the-
to them that
all
they're
the
just like
guys
it's so
go
easy.
to their daughter, and that's how I feel. Because if you think about it,
well,
your
you
son-
talk to girls that are raised by their dad. You talk to boys that are raised by their mom. It's like
No.
opposites.
No, it's mommy. It's
that's a-
mommy's boy and daddy's little girl.
Yeah, exactly what
It's
I said.
always how
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
been.
What I
Well,
said.
no. Well, the problem is in our culture, it's the exact opposite. You know, little girls don't have their dad anymore, and that's why they're sleeping around and having babies at 17.
Oh, yeah.
Because dad wasn't
Yes.
there to be
Yes.
to just
Dad
be the
didn't-
man,
and
be
that-
the first man in their life.
Yeah.
They
And
never
that-
they never had a first man in their life, so they don't even know how to
What
be
that
with an
man-
actual
and
man.
they don't have the mom either because she's working too much because there fucking ain't no dad
Well,
around.
and-
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
and that's like a really sad part. Like to even. That's
A dad is the most important person to a little girl, as much as a mom is the most important person to a little boy.
Well, I feel like people need to deal with these things before they go out drinking and doing alcohol
You know
and
what I'm
drugs.
saying?
You know what I mean? This is
Well,
the
because,
yeah,
like,
this is the
you
deeper
have to
things
have-
leading to this.
Because like
shit.
if your first
Like,
relation,
we should treat this.
if
shit.
your first relationship like your first relationship with the opposite sex, if it isn't good, no other relationship is going to be good.
well,
for your
until
whole
you
life.
fix, yeah, but until you fix yourself, because
You
honestly,
can't fix yourself if it's your parents.
you can't.
You
fix-
can't
yes,
blame
you can.
anything on a 5-year-old. You
No,
can't.
but when they become an adult, it's like you have to like.
No.
It's your way, like you know
You-
that
no,
that was your
no,
struggle. Yeah,
no.
it was, but it sucks. But
No,
that's still your
No,
struggle.
there's not like a fucking here, take this pill, pat you on the ass, get over
No,
it.
there isn't. There isn't. But you
No,
have
no,
to
I
learn to
see
become.
what you're saying.
You have to be.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you have to become powerful enough in yourself to have to get over it. There's nothing else to do.
You know,
what
just
I mean?
because
it shouldn't happen in the first place, but when
Yeah,
it does, you
but
have
that-
to conquer
Usually,
yourself.
those people don't realize what that problem is at first. They
Yes.
don't have. The
They don't
time.
know
they
the
don't
deeper-
They don't even know it's them.
Yeah, but
Well, it's because
what I'm
work-
trying to say,
like,
what I'm
work
trying
and
to say
school
is,
keep you away
is
from
that
those things.
problem that you're trying to fix isn't even your problem. It's your dad, it's your mom's problem
That
because they never wanted to be
let it-
around you.
they
It's
never
not your
exposed
problem.
well,
you
it
to
is
it.
though because
It's
you're the
not.
one living it.
It's not your problem. It's
It-
not.
It is your problem, but that's only,
You aren't the
it
one
only
that
becomes
created
your
it.
problem.
You're not
once
the one
you
that created
realize-
it. It's not your fault. You're not the one to blame.
Right.
Then how is
right.
it your problem?
Yeah, but you still have to deal with it.
But yeah,
You still have
it's
to
your
fix it, you
life
still
and-
have to deal with
and
it.
Yeah.
you have. But it only really becomes your problem if you understand that it's like this is something I have to change. Like I'm an alcoholic, or I do heroin. I hit my wife. These are
Right.
things that are bad. I should not do these.
Yes.
yeah, and
I
then
need
you got
to
to find
turn
out
my
the
life.
deeper meanings for those.
And yeah, and
you can't
usually the
change
people-
your dad that's dead, so you got to change yourself. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
and
Like
you
shit
know
like
what?
that.
And that's kind of the thing. Like, granted, take everything with a grain of salt, and that's really going to help you. Yeah,
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
You know,
You better put some pepper in there too.
No.
yeah,
That's what it's gonna be.
Yeah, and a
Spice.
shot of
Fuck.
whiskey as
Yeah,
well.
for
You
sure.
know,
Life isn't
But-
a grain of salt.
yeah,
No.
life,
But it is.
Life's a bitch, and then you die. You know, there's really nothing around it.
Might as well get high. That's fuck. What's that song? Life's a bitch and then you die. That's why we get high. What's that song?
Fuck, I know what you're talking about, but what is
Life's
that?
a bitch and then you die. Isn't that Mos Def? Isn't that fuck?
It might be.
I don't know.
Life's a bitch and then you die. That's why we get high.
I don't know. I don't
You
know.
never know when you're gonna go. Life's yes. What is that song?
I'd say, is that Mos Def?
Dude, I think it's Mos Def. Like early, like 91 Mos Def. Life's a bitch and then you die.
That's
so funny.
That almost sounds like a Nas. Like,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like a Nas.
Little bit, like-
I was thinking like a Nas.
like
I
middle
think
of a
that's what it
song.
is.
Maybe Tribe Called Quest. A tribe called Quest.
Tribe Called Quest.
I don't know. I'm not a.
Tribe
I'm not a
Called
gangster.
Quest.
Oh shit, that's the end of the podcast, people. We're fucking talking about stupid shit now.
Yeah, we could stop it right here.
What are we at? What are we at,
Uh,
Captain? What are we at, Captain?
We're at 52 minutes.
52
We
minutes.
should stop and smoke a bowl or something.
We
and
should
then we'll be
maybe
back.
come back. Maybe
Yeah.
we should come.
Yeah,
Oh,
we'll come back, Jack.
Eddie Bravo radio style. I like
Yeah,
this.
pause for bowl smoke. We'll be back.
All right.